Good evening. I'm realizing the low light is making this video low quality. Let me go turn on the light. Oh. Today was as mundane a day as yesterday was bright a day. So not horrible, but today I noticed myself being much more avoidant, prone to distract myself. And the afternoon was annoying because I tripped on one of those scams where, like, because you don't uncheck something, I got signed up for a thing that I have to go cancel, and it made me so angry. It made me think of something that something that Angelo DeVivo said on, he's the guy who runs the Simply Always Awake channel. He said anger comes from when your boundaries have been breached. And so I felt like under attack because it was someone who was being crafty about stealing money. And I went into that like fight response mode. But when it's this kind of thing, there's no one to hit. There's nothing to fight. So just my body was activated in that way. And I, researched it, thought about, what actions I can take, that I can like call my credit card company, whatever. But my body was still activated. And my daughter was home at that point, and she, I wanted to be present with her. And I noticed that I was having a hard time being present with her, even, thinking through it and being like, it's going to be fine. I found a solution. It's okay. I tried to, remember my tools of, it doesn't work as well to ignore an emotion. It's been much more effective, and what I've been practicing lately is to allow for an emotion to be and move in the body. But that requires time and space. And my kid is just like, Mom, Mom, Mom. So I took a couple of minutes to just sit. And there was a lot of numbness. And so I wasn't as in touch today. So there wasn't this, sometimes when I sit with an emotion, I feel something in my body right away, and there's movement and there's something. And I just sat there and I thought, okay, well, it's good that I'm giving some kind of time for anything at all to have space or stillness. Another channel that I watch is So Awake, and he brings an example. There's one where it's very visceral war kind of example where he describes stillness as imagine that an arrow has been shot and pierced your body, and it's a millimeter away from your heart, and you have to be in stillness to survive that arrow, because you can't get too heightened for your heart to beat, and you can't move. for that arrow to move. It's that visual helped me because it's so violent, and I was feeling so violent. So it was a way to get to stillness through an image of violence because I was in that fight mode. So that helped me a little. Uh, I was grasping so much today for like anything that can help me not be stuck. And it just felt like such a battle today with myself. And all these things are so boring and invisible and internal. But yeah, I wanted to kind of share that, just noticing that, like, pretending that that anger didn't exist there did not work. And I just noticed how I wasn't being present with my daughter. She would like throw questions at me or say stuff, and I was just like, what? Like I wasn't really engaging with her because I was so in my head about this thing. And I finally found enough moments. Um, and I found I've just been running the Simply Always Awake podcast in the background, and I have a playlist that where I've like chosen a few things. I was like, all right, I need to go to the stuff that, tools that I've picked up that have worked for me that I've been using. So one of those tracks was kind of about um, avoidance and that um, being present is more effective than um, pretending that something doesn't exist. I don't know. That's an oversimplification of. Anyway, I was just grasping at all my tools today. So today was not a spectacular, amazing day. Overall, compared to life, it was a good day. But it was just interesting to see those little aspects and how they come up. Because with all the tools that I'm picking up and all the wisdom that I want to practice, it's interesting to see how things play out in these moments where something hits. And I have those, that reaction comes, a reaction to something that feels like a threat. It was interesting to observe that kind of doe anger, that kind of body reaction that's so familiar. What was cool is almost immediately understanding this isn't that important. I don't have to buy into this like story of, how dare they and being angry. So there was a little bit of that, but in the background was some of that wisdom that I've picked up of, this is something to work through and it's okay to not get hung up on it. And I am glad that I found a solution to it, that I didn't feel, I don't have this residual, oh no, what am I going to do feeling. Yeah, that was interesting. So I just wanted to share my imperfect day. My other thoughts today were about vanity. Just when it comes to the topic of things that I definitely there's work to do there to clear stuff out. But I do kind of love, I don't know, sometimes when I'm experiencing something, I am thinking about like, oh, am I gonna make a video about this later? Or um, just I know that there are mixed motives for why I'm doing this, and I'm trying to keep my head on straight on what's worth doing. Um, because I know that there is more peace where I'm experiencing things without bringing this into it, like bringing into it the narrative of like the videos that I'm making. Um, so I have to watch out for that. I have to balance vanity with expression and keep it authentic. And that's part of the reason why I'm saying all these embarrassing things out loud, kind of to keep myself honest. Um, yeah. Yeah. So this is a day of noticing imperfection, accepting and loving myself with all of these things, remembering my tools, and this is really helpful because I'm feeling now in my body that things are finding a place to be and feeling more free to vibrate a little bit more and to not be so numb. So that's a good sign. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to bed and falling asleep with being inside my body and allowing for this stuff to keep moving through. Thanks for listening.